Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 30 of the New Slang podcast. I'm Thomas Mooney, your editor-in-chief and whatnot here in Lubbock. Last week we did not have a podcast, but we're going to try and make it up this week with the release of probably 3 interviews. This one right here, episode number 30, is with Mike Harmeier of Mike and the Moonpies. We'll release also this one that we did with John Bauman and another one that we did with Dalton Domino. We recorded those in 3 days last week. So, we'll just go ahead and release them all this week. Hopefully we start doing a little bit more of that, at least like two a week, just because we're starting to get a little bit more, focus on the podcast. I'll go ahead and just keep this little intro short just so you can listen to the interview with Mike and I. And if you aren't following us on any of the social media kind of stuff, you can find New Slang at Twitter at _New Slang. You can find us on Instagram at _New Slang. And then on Facebook, you can just look for New Slang. Just search New Slang and you should be able to find it. If you haven't reviewed the New Slang podcast on iTunes, I would really appreciate you doing that as well. Tell all your friends to listen to it and subscribe and whatnot as well. So, here's the interview with Mike. Louder in here, actually. I guess there's like no house music on anymore.
Well, that'll probably change.
So, yeah. But, let's start off with the jackrabbit thing, because I think like some people need to know about this.
It's very important news. What is this, a local news site that told you this?
It was on just the news, like on the TV news. What we're talking about is, before I got up here, we were talking about this walking in. I had shown Mike this this news thing where I guess the largest jackrabbit was in Odessa for a long time, and I knew that as a kid because I would go up to Odessa as a.
Oh, I didn't realize you had knowledge.
Yeah, well, growing up in Fort Stockton, they have all these little jackrabbits. All these little jackrabbits all over, like little statues.
Like little wooden jackrabbits?
Yeah. They may be ceramic. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But then, I guess the people in Rawls thought they needed to have and I think the reason, like their ties to it is like I think their mascot is the Jackrabbits.
Like their high school mascot?
Yeah. So I think like they think that they should have the
What's
largest.
the Odessa mascot?
Well, you got like the Permian Panthers.
Okay.
And the Odessa High, I think, Broncos.
Okay.
So.
They don't have a giant panther.
No. But I think like I think this is one of those things where the people of Rawls just do not understand how, like the people of Odessa, Texas are in what I would call the born ready crowd. Like they don't get ready. They're born ready. And that means like, I'm guessing within the over-under is like a month before Odessa has the largest jackrabbit again. By some kind of
drawing up the plans for it right now.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the plans of building one or burning one or stealing this one. Or
actually,
what.
Stealing that one, I could see that happening. When you say something like that and you make such a big deal about it, you're just asking for it to get stolen.
Yeah,
or like spray painted or something.
Yeah. What shit have you seen on the side of the road that is just like always claimed to be the biggest, whatever?
I don't know. I've never seen like the largest ball of twine or anything like that. Like I don't even know where that is. But I don't know. I don't go out and see the big
you don't
things
see, like,
on the side of the road.
You don't ever see just like sign pointing to this way to.
Yeah, but this Dairy Queen's the other way. I mean, we only stop at like the Marfa Lights or something.
Yeah.
And that's the most worthless stop in Texas.
Oh, I know. Well, see, in Fort Stockton, we had for the longest time the largest Roadrunner.
It was a wooden Roadrunner.
Again, I think ceramic on
Wow,
top.
a lot of ceramics out here.
Or maybe plastic, I don't know. But then I remember some town in New Mexico ended up building a bigger one out of metal.
Yeah.
So we lost that, but I don't think Fort Stockton ever changed the sign. They're just like...
So why the Roadrunner in Fort Stockton?
I honestly have no idea. I think from what I understand, somebody, like some group in high school had built it for a whatchamacallit,
I don't know, a project?
yeah, some like the oh shit,
like wood shop or something?
Not a carnival or a fair, but like where you're going through town, a float.
Parade.
For a parade, yeah.
Okay,
they built it
I
for a
gotcha.
float, and then I guess they ended up saying, well, let's put it up in town.
Let's keep it.
Yeah.
He went to all this trouble. Let's
Yeah.
hang on to this thing.
And so there's like a spot in Fort Stockton that has like where it's just the Roadrunner.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I think it's.
So the Roadrunner, like the New Mexico one, that's like their state bird or something, isn't it? Like the Roadrunner.
I have no idea. Again,
Seems to
I'm
me
sure
like
it is because
yeah.
it sounds.
I like.
very
I have a thing with
possible.
Roadrunners. I have an affinity for Roadrunners.
Yeah.
That's not just telling you.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a big one.
You have to stop
I
in
guess I'll
Fort
have to stop
Stockton.
in Fort Stockton.
Yeah.
Now that I know where it's at.
Yeah. And see, like now, like if you think about it too much, that's when you start realizing just how weird all this stuff is. You know.
See, I used to have the thing on my phone. It was like the Texas State Landmark app or whatever, and it had like a listing and a map of every one of those little Texas plaques. You know,
Oh,
that you
really?
could go and see. And so we used to stop at those. Like we would usually catch the ones that are like off the highway. That are just like somebody was shot in that creek or something like
Yeah.
that. And we had a good one going for a while. Like we maybe stopped at 30 or 40 of them in like a maybe 3-week period.
Really?
Because they're everywhere out there.
Yeah.
You know, those ones on the side of the road.
Well, did it say how many there are in Texas?
I mean, it's like maybe thousands.
Yeah, I
of them.
kind of figured it
Yeah.
was 4 digits at least.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't go, you know, like 3 or 4 miles without crossing one somewhere, whether it be in town or off the side of the road.
Yeah.
But that was a weird thing that we did for a while, just because it was interesting to. I did it on radio tour a lot because there's nothing to do,
Yeah.
so you're just stopping it and at seeing landmarks, taking a piss.
Yeah. Well, and see, like I've stopped at a few of those just because, you know, if you're in an area, I think you stop at them.
Sure.
It's like, okay, this is kind of cool seeing them.
Yeah.
But like the ones really around Fort Stockton, or like I've not really ever even checked any of those out, just because it's like you don't check out what's in your own backyard typically. Like when it comes to stuff like
You're
that.
not just going to take the day and drive out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, again, like if you're driving to Midland or Odessa or wherever,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I'll stop at some other time, I guess.
I'll
Now-
be through here again.
Yeah. So the Marfa Lights you were not impressed with at all?
I've never been impressed with it. I think it's a scam.
What do you think it is? Just just a scam?
Yeah, it's just a scam. I'm not saying there's some guy out there with a flashlight.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't make any sense. Most of the time when I'm out there, you don't see anything at all. They said there's a peak season for it and like a peak time of night. And I'm always coming back from Marfa going to Alpine or something at like 3 a.m. So I never am at the right peak time.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anything out
Yeah.
there at all. Have you seen things
Yeah,
move
I've
in the
seen
sky?
like they're not, like once you see them, they're not really that impressive. It's not
it's like a
they-
colored orb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, growing up, whenever I was 5, 6, and I first heard about the Marfa Lights, I thought, oh shit, man, this is like going to be like a light show kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then I remember, I guess I was probably around 7 or 8. My parents and we went to the observatory in
Yeah.
Fort Davis. And I guess we drove out there as well. And we saw them, and it was just like so underwhelming.
That's the way
You
to do
know.
it. That's a perfect word
But-
for it, underwhelming.
Yeah,
We stopped out there. This is a stupid story. We stopped out there one night during the Viva Big Bend festival, and there was nobody out there. It was like a whole bunch of us, like all the band and like all the girlfriends and stuff were all with us. And we stopped there, and we didn't think anyone else was there. And then one of the dudes farted. And I said, I don't know anything about the Marfa lights, but the Marfa sounds are out. And we took off. There was this old couple standing right behind us. We had no idea.
Yeah.
They remember us now. I give them a CD.
Well, see, that's the thing is, so Fort Stockton would play Presidio in basketball.
Yeah.
And so I remember our coach would stop out there on the way back through because, Presidio is even further than Marfa, if you didn't know that, further south. So we'd stop back there in a bus, and there would always just be strange people out there just
it's crazy that place is in the middle of nowhere, and it's not really well policed. I don't know if there's any cameras out there. Like, what goes on out there? And speaking of that, there's a lot of things going on out there right now that are crazy, like murders and stuff. Like it's really the wild west out there right now.
Yeah, the Alpine news stuff is kind of...
Yeah, like we were just there last weekend, and they had just found this girl's body that had been missing for like 5 months, and she was like in a shallow grave, like out, and they arrested the boyfriend, and like...
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And like the past 3 years, I was talking to a bunch of people out there, and the past 3 years have been crazy with murders and drug deals gone bad. And
well, that's there. It's as far as like from Mexico, the border of Texas and Mexico, all the way up to, I would say even like Odessa.
Yeah.
There's very little.
I wouldn't be surprised if
action.
I
guess
if they
you know
put
what I'm saying?
If they put a border checkpoint in up around Alpine, because they have that one like coming through Terlingua. They have the one over El Paso side.
Yeah, there's one in between Presidio and
there's one there.
and Marfa.
I'm surprised that there's not yet like something that's on like a little bit north of that, like Alpine, like leaving Alpine going back into, which would suck. I'm not saying I want that at all.
Yeah.
I want them to go away.
Yeah.
It seems like, there's a lot of things going on out there, a lot of bad drug deals and stuff like that going on. I figured they would be policing it more.
Yeah. A lot of no country for old men action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like the real thing out there right now.
Yeah. To me, that's like the real West Texas.
Yeah.
Not the, I guess like the Prada aspect.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the hipster.
Yeah. That's all just strictly Marfa.
Yeah.
Everything else is just people getting gunned down in the street.
Yeah. Which if I would move back down there and
for sure.
feel safe and everything. But yeah, it is very it's a harsh environment.
It is, man. I totally dig it. Like, I love West Texas. I love Alpine. I love Terlingua. I love, I guess I love Marfa. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I don't really care that much. Although I was talking to my cousin the other day. He goes out there to Marfa a lot. And he was saying there's some theater there. I can't remember the name of it in Marfa. But he was like, a lot of guys tour through there and make that a stop on their, like, Bon Iver and stuff like that, come through there and play for
maybe
all these
like
people.
the ballroom Marfa.
Maybe that's what it is.
Because I know like there's
there's like
a lot of bigger names have played there before.
Yeah.
Like at the drive-in, for example.
But they're from there, right?
They're from El Paso.
Okay, El Paso.
But like whenever they came back together before that Coachella reunion, I guess maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, one of their, I guess, like warm-up practice shows was in Marfa, and like tickets were like $15.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, because there's definitely a population, like an older population that lives out there. That's like the older art community.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess since they are an art community, they go to see all those things. But I hear like those shows, like, you can go see like a really, really normally high price show from a really big national touring act for like nothing. And they kind of, it's cool because you probably see some really cool shows there. They're taking it as like kind of a night off. It's like probably a smaller room, and like they're out in the middle of nowhere. They're probably staying at Cosmico or something like that.
Yeah.
So they're having like a vacay. I mean, it might be worth it to live out there just to go see the shows.
I know, like when I was in high school, like Jeff Tweedy played a show out there. It was a solo show. Animal Collective played out there.
Right.
And what I heard is like Animal Collective played in front of like 12 people. And this was around like
when been the 13th person.
Yeah. Like this is like when they were I guess what was it? Strawberry Jam. That was like their big record. Yeah, it was around that time. So
when did you see Tweedy out there?
I didn't see Tweedy. I'm just like
You heard that he
Basically,
played out there?
yeah, I was in high school, the younger years of high school, and it was
I saw that Tweety solo, that Sunken Treasure tour.
Yeah,
I saw it 2 nights in a row in Austin. That was like one of the highlights of the like music I've ever seen. It was great. Like the whole second half of the show, he just comes out and plays with no PA and like stands at the edge of the stage and just plays for like 30 minutes.
really.
It was awesome, man. It was so cool. I had to see it twice.
Just you had to.
Yeah.
Okay, now a question though. The second night, was it a? Did you go because you saw the first night and said, "I need to see this again," or did you like buy?
I already had tickets for
Okay.
both nights.
Okay.
I was going to go no matter what.
Okay. Well, I mean, like that would be probably the biggest endorsement. It's like I went the first night and it was so amazing. I found my way in the second night.
It would have been a task, man, because it was like sold. You know, people were fighting
Yeah.
for tickets for that thing because it was a small theater.
Yeah.
But it would have been totally worth it. I would have paid extra money to go see it again.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. There's, I guess like Tweety played out there. I know Spoon has.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
There was that big old. I guess they were on a train tour thing.
Oh
where
yeah,
that
the thing
was
with like
Old
who
Crow
was on
Medicine
it? Yeah,
Show.
Old Crow was on it. Yeah,
And
man, I can't remember who else was on that.
it was three.
It was like it was Avid
Mumford,
Brothers, Mumford and Sons.
Mumford,
That's right.
and what's the damn band's name? It's the one that has that song "Comb." Edward Sharp.
Edward Sharp.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, it was those three bands.
That came through Austin. I remember it coming through.
Yeah. Because that train goes from, I guess, the southwest from like El Paso down to Alpine Marfa
What's the name of that
to.
movie? Festival Express. You seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's the same idea of a tour, like on a train.
Really?
But it's like the band and like Janis Joplin.
Oh.
And, it's like it's around Woodstock time, I guess. A little bit later than Woodstock, I suppose.
I'm assuming they kind of borrowed the idea then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think there is a documentary
Yeah.
about this one too.
About
though.
this one?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I know there's. Did you see that one called Austin to Boston?
No, I haven't seen that.
Basically, they were like driving around in old like Volkswagen vans. And it was I can't think of who it was. It was like the Staves.
Right.
You know who the Staves are? Gil Landry was like one of the drivers, and he like narrated the documentary. It's like a 40 minute documentary. I think like Nathaniel Ratliff before he had like
really?
Before he
So they're all like touring in separate vans, like going up.
but all together, yeah.
Okay, all together.
And,
And convoying.
Yeah. And there's a couple other bands, but it was an interesting little
I'd like to see that. What's it called?
Austin to Boston.
Austin to Boston.
Last time I
can
checked,
remember
it's on Netflix.
that. Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
That
one of my
makes it easy.
buddies was a driver on that tour, and he's like I guess he's probably like 6'8", 6'9", and just a goofy guy, and it's funny like seeing him just for like split like they don't focus on him
Yeah, for sure.
because he's obviously just the driver, but like he's in it every once in a while.
Eating a cheeseburger. or
And,
something.
Yeah, I think like coughing on a cigarette one time. Like that was like one of the things I remember. I think he takes like a big, inhale on a cigarette and then ends up like coughing and stuff. And they just leave it. Just I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see it. Austin to Boston. I can totally remember that.
What would you do that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just like a convoy of.
I would love to do that, man. That's one of my. That's like one of my goals.
Yeah, not something like I'm not saying like in your van or like in a bus. I'm saying like in something like really.
Like a
that
Volkswagen
makes it really a novelty in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's this.
Like I'm guessing train would probably be like the
train
easiest.
would be great.
Because you don't really have to worry about.
Yeah, I would love to do train, man.
Yeah.
And that seems really feasible to do that. But I would want to do it like that, like have a bunch of bands on it that
Yeah.
we know, like so you're hanging out all because I mean, you're just playing the show and then getting back on the train.
Yeah.
So the bar car is where it's at, I suppose. But it would be
Yeah.
great, man. You'd have like jams and different cars and stuff. It'd be a festival on a train. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would do any of that, like touring wise, where it's like 5 or 6 bands that like go on a really long run, like a way longer
Yeah.
than it should be.
Yeah.
Like I would totally want to be a part of something like that.
Yeah. That's why we need a high speed rail system here in America.
Yes, that's right. That's
know?
why I'm going to vote for profit.
I guess you can do that in Europe, because when you go to Europe, I know a lot of bands travel by train.
I bet bands do that all the time
Mm-hmm.
over there. Bands that just have a gig, a one-off, taking the train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But well, I mean, even like I guess probably in the northeast too,
Yeah,
you can
I suppose.
jump on the train.
I feel like, Europeans use a lot more public transportation in their
Oh, they
daily
definitely
lives.
do. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I guess a couple weeks ago, Kevin and Bill from American Aquarium were on, and Kevin was saying how, because he's into cycling,
Right.
and he was saying how whenever they'd go on these European tours, that was really what was so eye opening, is that people would bike everywhere,
Sure.
and not bike in a like, okay, I got to change in my biking gear, just like
Yeah.
in their business suits or whatever, they're just daily attire.
Kevin's like, I'm home. This
Yeah.
is where I need to be.
So, yeah, and so that's kind of like helped them. I guess gave them a little bit of motivation to do that kind of stuff.
Have you, did they use this line where it's like, Kevin says they show up to some clubs and they're always like, oh, hey, man, like you're that guy oh, no, it's Bill. It's Bill. They're walking up to Bill and they go, hey, man, so you're that guy that, like, where's your bicycle
Yeah.
at? Like, that
We
stuff.
talked about how like
and then Kevin's like,
they're essentially the same
guy that-
person.
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah.
comes up to Kevin and is like, hey, you that dude that lifts all those weights.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that, how like just that's what's I find that really funny about
Yeah.
people, and when it comes to their quote favorite bands, it's
Sure.
like, I love you guys, you're my favorite band of all time, but I did not know like you guys were two separate people. I mean, it's understandable in a lot of ways, just because if you're just the casual fan, or like if you, I mean,
but those guys are so public about like their personal
Yeah.
lives and like all, it's easy to know who everyone is.
yeah,
Especially in that band, they all do that really good at like separating their characters from each other
yeah,
and being like, I really
social
like,
media
Yeah,
and-
I really like that about them. Like they really take that to the next level.
yeah, yeah. They're really good on social media.
Yeah.
Just
I saw BJ has given like a speaking thing, or like at festivals. He's like talked about social media. They gave him like a chair to talk
Really?
about his social media presence. Like he's on the cutting edge of the social media thing,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah, well, he's got the Twitter and the
Yeah.
Instagram. I know he I don't know if he runs everything now. I know he runs the Twitter and
Yeah.
Instagram
Instagram,
stuff,
yeah.
but I know for a long time he was running everything, and this is even like past Burn, Flicker, Die,
Right.
and Wolves. He running all aspects of it, and I mean, I think that makes them have to be more engaging.
Absolutely. Well, just like Jason Isbell's the same way. Like he does, like you can tell all his stuff is really personal. Like he's joking all the time on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like he's really active on Twitter. In
Yeah,
fact,
one of my buddies, he tweeted the other day about how, because I guess like Jason's tweets, they go automatically to Facebook,
Yeah.
right? And he tweeted something about how he wonders like why people don't understand, like they don't realize that like Jason's never looking on the Facebook,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're just still commenting blah 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 blah, just like getting pissed off about something. It's like he's not gonna see that.
he's
Like,
never read any of those comments.
you have to, if you're gonna like, I guess like praise him or like
Yeah.
berate him about an opinion, you have to get on Twitter.
You
to
can
do it,
engage
so-
him in Twitter. Like he will respond to. Like I'm not saying he's gonna respond 100% of the time.
Yeah, yeah. of
But like
course.
he's like you said, he's very much like BJ. He's active on it,
Mhm.
and like he really does talk to people on there.
yeah,
In fact, our keyboard player John one time posted on Isbell's Instagram because he was playing that. They were out at like the Newport Folk Festival, and like Jason played Bob Dylan's guitar, like the Strat that he used when he went electric or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's playing that, and nobody had commented this, but John commented on his picture, and it was like, "What song did you play?" Like, because nobody had asked that,
yeah,
which is crazy to us. And he responded, and I can't remember what he said, but it was hilarious.
Yeah,
it was like Hendrix or something, I think.
I was doing this, like, this is probably maybe 2 years ago or so. I was kind of doing this project about, like, asking different songwriters if you had a show to play where you're playing just someone else's record straight through, what would you play? And like, I just thought, I'll shoot him a direct message just to see if he'll say anything. And so I basically asked him the question, and he sent back. He was like, "Yeah, Neutral Milk Hotel,
really?
The airplane over the sea." Yeah,
that's awesome.
So that's what the show would be. Just him, like, if he had to do that.
That's a great answer.
Straight through. Yeah, I knew he was a big fan of that record.
Really?
Which I'm assuming kind of sounds surprising to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably because, like, either they've never fucking heard of Neutral Milk Hotel,
yeah.
or they find it to be like a cliche indie kind of thing. But
it
like,
is. I could see it, like, 'cause it's one of those records that you get a little bit obsessed with at the time. Like, I bet it was like a huge record for him at one time.
Yeah, he. I've probably told this story 100 times now, but I guess, like, when him and Amanda were dating early on, they spent Christmas here, and my buddy Daniel Flewitt, who was in Thrift Store with Amanda,
right.
He had, like, this Sunday gig at Schooners, which is this dive bar here, and
yeah, I know it well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, smoky, all kinds of. Anyways, so, like, long story short, Jason played, like, a set that night at Schooners for free. Yeah, and it was just like word of mouth kind of thing. And one of the songs he played was Holland 1945.
Awesome.
Yeah, really a very slowed down version of it.
Yeah,
because, you know, obviously that's like a very
I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, it was a really strange, kind of bizarre night. That's like, kind of reminded me of, like, any of those old stories of, like, yeah, and then guess what?
Yeah, you're never gonna believe.
Blah 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 walked in 5 minutes after you left. You know,
I want one of those. I want one of those to happen.
Yeah,
maybe that'll happen tonight.
Yeah, just Joe Ely stops by
That'd be great.
because it's his 70th birthday.
Yeah, is it really his 70th birthday today?
Yeah,
I met him in a gas station in Eden once.
really?
Yeah, it was great.
See, I've never met anyone that, like, at a gas station.
That's where I run into people, is at gas stations all the time.
Yeah.
Ely was a big one for me. One time I ran into Ray Benson's girlfriend at a gas station.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You guys are the Moonpies, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I saw you guys open for Ray and Uvalde."
Oh,
or something like
man.
that. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." We just got recognized by Ray Benson's girlfriend. I don't think they're together anymore. I don't know. Maybe they are.
I have no idea.
Doesn't matter. She was and that was also in, like, that was in Sonora, actually.
Oh, Sonora.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's
We go out there a lot.
just yeah. That feels like just I've not been to Sonora, or honestly, like, I've not been through Sonora in a long time, but that just feels like a town built in hey, what's the worst spot we can build a town? Like, because it's just, like, not, in my opinion, it's not really built in a
there's
good
nothing
spot.
there, man. There's nothing there. Not even the town is not really even there, you know?
Yeah.
They used to have this gas station. The gas station I met her at, it was like this little bitty spot. Like, they sold, like, cigarettes and candy bars and, like, 3 pumps of gas. But they tore that thing down. And I just found out when we went through there last week.
Really?
They built this huge, like, Cefco or Gefco or whatever they call it, or something like that. And it is amazing. It's like, it had this sandwich there that's pulled pork with macaroni and cheese on Texas toast, like, in a sandwich. That's where you can get things like that.
Yeah.
In the gas station in Sonora.
Yeah.
If you're looking for such a treat.
I was listening to sports radio the other day, Bomani Jones, and he was saying how this is weirdly related. I know it sounds like I'm just going off, but he was saying how what's his face? I can't think of what his name is. He just took the offensive coordinator job for the Falcons, but he had like a one, like he was working for Alabama, and I can't think of what his name is. He used to be the USC coach, and long story short, he took this Atlanta job because he was like, yeah, I'm assuming, he loved living in LA and just didn't like live in small town Alabama, and how you couldn't find good sushi in little Alabama. And he's like, you can't find any like really eclectic things in small towns, only good barbecue. And that's kind of like rings true.
Yeah, for sure.
Like good barbecue in small towns, but nothing else.
Yeah, like Lockhart.
Yeah. It's just I don't know why that is.
Dude.
But
there's have you seen this like barbecue festival they're doing in Tyler?
Mm-mm.
It's like it's like, I don't know, it's like, I think it's in the summertime. They got an awesome lineup, and they have like every barbecue place I've ever heard of is like going to be at this thing. It's like a barbecue cook-off, except it's just a festival. I think I want to go to it.
Yeah. That's like, I'm kind of surprised there's nothing like that here in Lubbock.
Yeah.
Like we really don't have like a big festival,
Well, you got Will's thing now.
Yeah, but like that's just like a day thing in a street.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking awesome, but it's also
you want
just
like a 2-day festival, in a park or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like just like a South by type thing where it's like all the bars or something.
I mean, like we've got a bunch of day festivals, like 3. Where it's hard to call.
Dalton has one now.
It's hard to call it a festival. Is what in my opinion. Like they're
just a long show.
Yeah, long show, right?
Yeah.
Which they're all like day fests kind of thing, right? So it's like Jab Fest, Will's thing, which I think like Will should just come up with a good name other than like William Green Street Show Party, which I mean I guess that rolls off the tongue just as well. But then Dalton has those two, like Dust Bowl and Drinko, which I think Drinko is kind of a catchy name, even though I'm not a fan of it, of the name. But we don't have like a 2-day event kind of thing,
Well, maybe this is what you should be doing, is creating this, putting on this festival.
If anybody wants to like start sponsorships, they can get a hold of me.
You just need
talking to you, Topo. Topo and Lone Star, if you want to get a hold of me.
That is a festival right there.
Yeah.
Topo and Lone Star presents.
Right?
That's everything you need, man.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though, is like, like there's Larry Joe Taylor, and there's like Lone Star Jam, and there's like, I don't know, all kinds of shit in Dallas, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
it is kind of surprising, like, that there's not one like anywhere around here, really.
Yeah. Now there used to be this one called I'm blanking on the name, Tornado Jam.
Yeah.
Which was a big Ely thing. Ely had back in the, I guess it was early 80s, thrown together a couple of big shows called Tornado Jam out in the McKenzie Park. And like one year he had like Stevie Ray Vaughan and like the Maines Brothers and Terry Allen, and I know he had like Linda Ronstadt come, and I think maybe ZZ Top. I don't know. Ely, obviously, and a bunch of like local guys, right? And like the reason the city is ultimately what shut it down is because they said that these people were just stomping out the native buffalo grass around McKenzie Park, and it's going to die off, and that was their reasoning. And it's just one of those, like, so you're telling me that buffalo, which roamed this fucking like country for hundreds of years, they didn't stomp this grass out.
Yeah.
But the people of Lubbock, Texas are.
Yeah, because they're all drunk.
But I digress. I mean, I just think it's like, well, shit.
I don't know, man. I just don't do it in the park anymore.
Oh, I know. Like,
just do it somewhere else. There's plenty of concrete around here.
Huh?
There's plenty of concrete around
here.
The
Walmart parking lot. Yeah. Well, see, there's a lot of cotton fields and shit, I think like just one of those like, hey, Cottonfield.
Cottonfield Fest.
Yeah.
That's easy to Cotton Fest. Why is there not a Cotton Fest?
Yeah. Cotton Fest or like a wind farm, something like that.
That's good. Wind Fest.
Yeah. Well, you can't ever control the Lubbock weather up here.
Well, I would if you get this together, I'll come.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah, you'll have to come play. We'll just do like Austin bands one day.
So speaking of the Maines brothers, when I was in Alpine the other day, God, I like a lot about Alpine. My buddy Neil Trammell he went to like a swap meet earlier in the day and bought like 50 records for like $10. Just this guy was getting rid of them. And one of them was a Maines Brothers record.
Yeah.
And it had Amarillo Highway on it, of course. So they sing this line in there. They say, I ain't got no blood veins. Just these 4 lanes of hard Amarillo Highway, right?
Yeah.
I always thought it was blood in my veins. I ain't got no blood in my veins. Just got these 4 lanes. That's how Robert Earl sings it.
Yeah.
They say, I ain't got no blood veins, just straight up. They don't say...
Yeah, I think that's like the way Terry does it.
You think Terry... I think that Terry says, in my veins. I'm not sure. But I know that the Robert one is definitely, he says, in my veins. It stuck out to me, so it's got to be something that seems strange to me.
Did you...
I didn't Google it.
Well, have you gone to any of those Terry Allen shows in Austin?
No, I was
As
out
of-
of town
as
the
of
whole
late?
time, man. But I had a lot of friends that went. He did like 2 of them, right? 3 nights maybe? 2 or 3 nights?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah. There's the one down in Austin. He did one up here in Lubbock, and this was back in the spring of last year, where they just did Lubbock on everything all in a row,
Right.
which was really badass. But I think like the one that I'm most jealous about is and he wasn't really even a show, but like the Texas Gentleman backed Chris Christopherson, Ely, and Terry Allen.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures
And
from
like
that
that's
show.
just one of those like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Like that needs to go on the road,
Yeah, for sure.
you know?
That Texas Gentleman thing was a great idea that they started doing. Like,
Yeah.
that was, like, pure brilliance. And they've gotten some incredible shows out of it. Like, they've backed up Christopherson. Hell, they backed him up at Newport Folk Festival also, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think that's where it happened.
Is that where
the
it
original.
happened?
And then they
took
did
it on
it
the
like
road.
they did one in Dallas, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And see at that Luck reunion this year,
Yeah, they're going to do that
they're
again?
doing a big show with like Ray Welly Hubbard, Jonathan Tyler, Coffin. I can't think. A bunch of names on there.
Dude, that's such a great day of South. That's the only good thing of South by.
Yeah.
It's the Luck reunion.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Red.
Are you going to go?
Yeah.
Nice.
He texted me a while back about it, saying like, "Hey, they asked me to play."
Yeah.
I was like,
That's amazing,
well, I'm
man.
gonna fucking go.
I want to get invited to play that thing so bad. I've been trying for a couple of years. Back when Johnny Burke was on the team of that thing, I tried to get in
really?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up Amarillo Highway.
I know
lyrics.
you are. I want you to find it out. Are you looking up Terry Allen's?
Well, obviously, I just put in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Oh, he says I ain't got no blood in my veins.
It says in my veins.
I ain't got no blood veins.
Blood veins.
Yeah. So Terry says that.
Okay, so that's
And then Keen-
that's what it is then.
Yeah.
So Keen's the one that says ain't got no blood in my veins then.
Yeah. Because that's the first one that popped up, and so
Yeah.
when I looked on that one, it said blood in my veins.
That's
But then-
crazy that I
yeah.
never noticed that until I heard it on that Maines record.
Yeah.
It's weird.
What other records are in there? Anything
There
good?
was one. There was some weird ones, man. There was some really good ones. There was like some Tom T. Hall and stuff in there. He had Guy Clark, South Coast of Texas or whatever that
Yeah.
that one. Which that record's awesome. That's produced by Rodney Crowell. That record, and Vince Gill's on that record. That's an amazing record.
Yeah.
There was one though that really got me off guard. It was Rebby Jackson, which I think is a cousin of Michael Jackson. It's a female. I thought it said Robbie Jackson, but it said Rebby Jackson,
Huh.
and it was produced by Michael Jackson. The record, and it was called Centipede. Yeah, this stuck with me. So the side A, and this is a full record. So the side A is just Centipede, the song,
Yeah.
and side B is the instrumental version of Centipede.
Of it, yeah.
So on the liner notes, it has Michael Jackson's little shout out, and it says, "This goes out to all my mannequin friends, Michael Jackson." He dedicated that record to all of his mannequin friends.
See, that reminds me of, you know that Somebody Watching Me by Rockwell?
Yeah.
See, that's also a very, I don't know if it's produced by Jackson, but Michael Jackson sings the chorus of that song. So I'm assuming he has a lot to do with it. But I find the strangest thing about that song is, like, why didn't Michael Jackson just sing it?
Yeah, just do the
why didn't he
song.
just do it all if he's going to sing the chorus? Because he does the chorus, like, that's Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
yeah.
And then, like, Rockwell does all the other stuff.
He could have just done the song.
Yeah. That I guess maybe it was beneath Michael
Maybe.
during the 80s.
To do the whole thing. He's just going to come in
Yeah.
and kill the chorus and get out of there.
Yeah. I mean, those 80s Jackson records are just like pop genius, you know.
Well, I mean,
But-
I didn't listen to the Centipede record,
Oh.
unfortunately, so I don't know. And I've never seen it before, so I may not ever see it again.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to know how many album credits he has, like on, like at that time of his life.
Yeah.
Like how many producer credits he has, how many things he just sang on.
Yeah.
Like there's somebody out there that knows all of these things, I'm
Yeah.
sure, like the biggest MJ fan or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see it because that one caught me off guard. The Centipede record.
Yeah.
By Rebby.
What song is it that him and Prince were going to do together?
I don't know.
I think it was like Bad.
That would be awesome. What's the song that he has? Doesn't he have like Van Halen on a song or something like that?
Isn't that Beat It?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he
that
playing
is.
the?
That's what it is. Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, there's all those McCartney
Yeah.
collabs, like The Girl Is Mine,
For sure.
which,
Those are great.
yeah. What is your favorite of the three 80s records? Or I say 80s. There's technically only two in the 80s, but Off the Wall came out in 79, which I consider really just 80s Jackson.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm a Thriller fan.
Yeah.
Like, pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to vote Thriller.
I think like Thriller is the best of the
Yeah.
three, but I just really like Off the Wall.
Yeah.
I think like Off the Wall is the best disco record ever,
That's a good point.
but like Michael Jackson was just like, I don't do disco, but I'm gonna go ahead and just make the best
Make the
disco.
best one there is.
Yeah. And then of course, like what's crazy, I think, is like that Bad is technically the most, like of the 10 songs on it, like 9 of them were
For
singles,
singles, yeah.
and like number 1 singles, which is
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Like,
It is crazy, but Thriller's a better record, though. I think.
yeah, I think like it's
Yeah.
definitely a better record overall.
Yeah.
I would say like Bad's just kind of like it's kind of like a singles collection.
It's a commercial
more so
record,
than-
kind of.
Yeah.
It's like everything that was popular. Yeah.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson. What's kind of funny is, at some point back in the 80s, in the 70s, like everyone thought Prince was the weird one,
Right.
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 And then like you look now, like 5 years ago, it's like Prince is he's the straight, narrow,
Yeah, man. And I don't really know about MJ's philanthropy. So, like, and the whole thing with Prince on that is like he tried to keep all that hidden for a long time, but then it started to, after his death, kind of sleep out.
Yeah.
What's the record for Michael Jackson? Like, what's his record on philanthropy? What did he give his money to?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Like,
I mean,
I never really heard of anything that he did like that was like this is getting away from the music talk, but it's an interesting thing because they're such high profile pop artists, and I feel like that's one of the things that you do as a high profile pop
Yeah.
artist like that. You give back to the world, to your
Yeah.
community.
I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean-
I would like to know because I feel like maybe MJ didn't give that much up. Maybe MJ was kind of an asshole.
Very possible. I don't know.
But that just goes back to speaking to how Prince is. He's the straight and narrow one. He's
Yeah.
not weird at all. He's just a good dude.
Yeah. Prince. My favorite thing about Prince is that, of course, everyone knows about the Dave Chappelle stories now,
Yeah.
about the whole, or I guess really the Charlie Murphy stories.
Right.
But all of those are true.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny about them, is that they're all true. Prince was a good basketball player, despite being only 5'2". You know?
I think he was good at everything that he ever did.
Yeah. Obviously one of the best guitar players ever.
Dude.
That's what's...
Have you seen that footage of where he plays Purple Rain for the very first time? And it's
I don't think so.
So, I can't remember where the show is, but they're trying it out. He had just written that song, which he wrote that song based on Bob Seger's popularity.
Oh, really?
He thought that he needed he saw how Bob Seger was really blowing up these arena rock shows, right? And so he figured he needed an arena rock anthem, and that was his answer to Bob Seger's Night Moves or something like that, was Purple Rain.
Huh.
Anyway, so he tried that song out one night, and they recorded this live version of them doing it, right? And so they ended up this solo, the very end of the solo, and the riff, it went so perfectly there that he just wrote that he had written it on the spot. He was just making it up as he goes, improvising. And they ended up keeping some of that actual track that they recorded that one night, the first time they did it, on the actual record.
Really?
Yeah, he just killed it so hard on that guitar. They was okay, that was it.
Yeah.
I just played the solo for that song. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah. Well, he's another guy who, he's got so many other credits.
Yeah.
Mainly songwriting credits, because obviously he did Nothing Compares to You, Sinead O'Connor.
Right.
But he also had a bunch of other songs written for other people as well.
God, how about to have him produce your record? That'd be amazing.
I know.
Dang.
It would be. I think it would still be. I think if you had Prince produce your record, one, you would do it because you're going to get some really great material out of it. But then also, I think you're just going to have one of the strangest experiences as well. I can't remember who he had rented a house from somebody. I think it was a Minnesota football player or basketball player. I cannot remember, but he ended up getting sued by the basketball player because he had just rented this house and had done all of these changes to it that were just what the fuck changes?
What'd you do to my house?
Yeah, really, what'd you do to my house? And I'm saying
put his little Prince logo on everything.
well, I mean, I think some of the things were putting bathtubs in strange places, that kind of shit.
Putting the chairs on the ceiling or something.
I can't remember
what
who
did
it
Prince
was.
do to your house?
I know. See, that's the HGTV show I want to see. Right?
Prince comes in and remodels your house.
Yeah. I mean, do you watch HGTV?
Yeah, I do.
I think everyone does.
Yeah.
They just don't want to ever talk about it.
I know. Well, I'm in the market to buy a house, so now I watch it a lot. Yeah. I can't stop, man. I bought my wife that book about the it was the Magnolia Story, those people from Waco.
Yeah.
What's their names? I can't remember their names.
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Chip and Joanna Gaines. Yeah. She loves them.
I think everyone does,
Which they are pretty legit, man.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that could get a reality show doing something like that, they're really good at it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get really emotional and it's just they're just living their life with a show. That would be difficult to do.
Yeah. See, I think they're great. If you had a power rankings, basically, they'd be number one.
For sure.
Property Brothers, I think, is 2.
Yeah. Do you know they're a country music act?
I think I heard something like that. I think I know that is because I think they played a song on
the show?
on an episode, something like that. And then really. And then by far the worst is the people from Flip or Flop.
Oh yeah. I hate those people.
Yeah. But what I hate too is that HGTV will do these marathons, right? And so one day out of the week it's just you can't watch any HGTV because it's just Flip or Flop.
Yeah, but
back to back to
it's
back
crazy.
to back.
If you put it on there, you get lost in it. Like
Yeah.
it just goes and goes and goes, and it's hard. Like they're so good at where they put the commercials and like where they switch to the next episode that you never really miss a beat.
Yeah.
Like they don't put a commercial in between the end of the one episode and the beginning of the next.
Yeah.
So you don't have time to walk away from it, forget that you don't want to be watching that all day.
Yeah.
It's a good scam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think it's really great, like, background TV.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
For
when you're
sure.
just doing shit around the house. But then, yeah, if you sit there for too long, you're just going to be like, oh, shit. The
I
afternoon
definitely-
is gone by.
It's definitely on in my house. It's either like HDTV or like MSNBC or CNN that's on constantly.
Yeah.
And like it's just all background. Like TV in my house is pretty much background.
Yeah.
I hardly ever like, except for nighttime, I'll sit down and watch like a show.
Yeah.
But like, there's a TV on all the time, and it's on one of those 3 stations.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Last time you were here, we talked about TV.
Did
like,
we?
like, not on the podcast. Like,
Oh,
it was
okay.
after the show, like, we got into
Oh yeah, what
Like,
what shows that we were talking about?
all the really good ones.
All the good ones.
Yeah.
GOT and shit.
I guess we were, like, talking about, like, you were a True Detective fan, right?
Yeah, that's right. I
think
remember
we
we were talking
about
True
that and, like, Game of Thrones, Breaking
Yeah.
Bad,
Yeah,
all that kind
and we
of.
talked about Sopranos a little bit, I think.
Yeah. The Wire. Did you watch
Yeah.
The Wire?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I think, like, The Wire, like, I probably I think, like, people who watch The Wire probably reference The Wire way too often. You know what I mean? And also, I think, like, people who they don't want to admit when they've not watched The
When they
Wire
haven't
because
seen The Wire, yeah.
because then, like, people are just like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
That's
kind of
a
thing.
bit on a little comedy
But-
show I just saw. It's like it's hard to tell people you haven't watched The Wire.
Oh, really? Because, like, I think, like, people who are just, like, diehard Wire fans have, like, they're a little pretentious about the entire thing.
I mean, I guess that happens with some other shows, but definitely The Wire, the most of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you watch The Wire, you're probably a show watcher person,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the way you are.
Yeah.
But something about The Wire just you get so passionate about it, or like you hold it so close to your heart that you're pissed off when you can't talk about it to people.
Yeah. Well, I've used probably more analogies from The Wire to describe other things than, like, any other show, basically. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
that's your number one. The Wire's number one.
yeah.
Like hands down, not even a
I
contest.
think it's, like, the best show to rewatchable. That's another underrated aspect of TV watching is
I think Sopranos
how,
is rewatchable.
is how rewatchable something is.
Yeah.
Um,
Breaking Bad is rewatchable.
yeah. I think Lost is not rewatchable.
I tried. Yeah, it's not.
But, like, you know, that kind of thing. Though I have watched Lost like 3 times. Like, basically, I would watch. I guess, like, after the 4th or 5th season,
Yeah.
I would just, like, rewatch it all, just to, you know, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot. And it's strange how, like, rewatching Lost, like, your opinion on certain characters
Changes.
You're like, you're rooting for her. Like,
Right.
okay, like, the first time I watched Lost, Kate, I thought was, like, a great character, and, like, by the 3rd time I was like, oh my god, she's always fucking shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah, and she's like a user and
Yeah.
shit. Like, yeah.
she's just, like, a manipulating.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah, once you see it, you can't go back.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't go back. But we have to go back, Jack. Or Kate. I guess it was to Kate, but
Yeah. She kept going back to Jack, though.
yeah.
God, that's such a great show.
Yeah.
It's okay if you want to watch like one episode, like from like a mid-season thing, and
Yeah.
like it happens to be on TV, which Lost never really happens to be on TV. I
Yeah.
don't think.
You know what's a great rewatchable show? That's always on TV is Friday Night Lights.
Yeah,
That's a good one. I
I've
think
never
it's-
watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I think it's one of those shows that more than any other show probably was affected by the writer's strike
yeah,
most
that
of all
makes sense,
because like they did lose some I guess storylines to it, you know, like there's some things that just never get picked back up, you know.
Speaking of the writer's strike, are you a fan of like any Aaron Sorkin shows?
I did watch a little bit of Sports Night.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't like it. I was only able to watch I don't know how many episodes. Basically, it got cut off Netflix before I was able to finish it.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of the Newsroom.
I like the Newsroom though. I like the characters in the Newsroom,
Yeah.
and I only really liked like the monologues, like
Yeah.
just the random walk and talks. You know, the Aaron Sorkin walk and talks. Those weren't that great
Yeah.
in that show, but the what's his name, Jeff? What's his name? Whatever.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I was
Anyway.
gonna say Bridges, but
That's not him. But anyway, his monologues were great. I thought.
Daniels. Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
All of his like things were perfect. But see, I was like a huge West Wing fan.
Yeah. See, I've
Like,
always heard like the
big
West
time.
Wing is
I saw every episode. I loved it.
incredible. I've never watched, so
Bradley Whitford is great in that show.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen's great in that show. Everybody's great in that show.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's
Does it-
Aaron Sorkin. It's like that's the best writing he's ever done.
yeah.
You know?
Does it feel dated?
I watched it recently, like a couple of early episodes, and it's not really. I mean, it does like it was at the time. They used a lot of actual events,
Yeah.
in the show, so it was pretty current to that time. But it's still it's more it's grander than that.
Yeah.
So it's more about ideas than it is about just certain moments in time. It's like. It's a really well written show, man. It's the best Aaron Sorkin thing. I tried to watch that Studio 60 show that he had, and it wasn't that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I guess like, what other shows has he had?
He's had, I think there's one more that I can't think of because he had Newsroom, Studio 60, Sports Night, and West Wing. There's something else that he was a writer on, but he wasn't that.
Yeah.
Like he isn't like a.
I know he
big
did like
producer.
the screenplay for like The Social Network.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, because he also did that that movie about the Apple dude.
Oh, Jobs? Or
Yeah.
there's been like 8 of them.
He did the one that was not Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
He did the other one.
The
Who was that? Like Ewan
Michael
McGregor or something?
Fassbender?
Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
yeah.
Yeah, he wrote that thing, and that was a terrible movie.
Yeah. See, I'm not really a big movie guy.
Yeah,
More of a TV show dude.
I think I am now too. I think the majority of people are that way now. I feel like, or like a lot more than used to be.
Yeah. What's your TV idea? Like, what would you think would be a great TV show?
I don't know, man. Every time I try to think of a TV show, it's always like a reality TV show.
Oh.
Like, which sucks because I hate reality TV.
Yeah.
but that's why there's so many of them, because
Yeah.
every idea you have for a reality TV show is a pretty decent idea.
Yeah.
Like they'll probably put that on television.
Yeah. I do think like a great I think like a Friday Night Lights, but like a basketball version would be great. Something like in the mid.
Because you're a basketball fan.
Well, yeah, that because I'm a basketball fan, but like somewhere like in the Midwest,
Yeah.
maybe like or like an inner city kind of place like Detroit or
Like
something.
the Hoosiers. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you could go like inner city Detroit or like small town Indiana,
Yeah.
something like that. I think like a Texas version of like Nashville. I've never watched Nashville, but like the idea, I'm like, yeah, there could be like a Texas version of that.
I could see that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like that where my kind of thing comes into. They would be like more like
Yeah.
just my reality show.
Yeah.
Of just doing this all the time.
Yeah,
But I don't know if it would work, man. I mean, the Nashville thing is so like, I've seen a couple episodes of Nashville, right?
Mhm.
And the way that show works is nothing like anything in Nashville works. And like that, just like that show Roadies that was on Showtime for a little bit, it was nothing like like being a roadie or being like backstage or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing like that. I feel like the Texas
so
one.
you would just be super critical. Of
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah, it'd be very critical.
yeah,
The Texas one, though, like, it would just be a bunch of dudes roaming around in bars drinking Lone Star.
Hey, I mean, like that is a show, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I'd watch it. I mean, I guess I'd watch myself do that all the time.
Yeah. I bet anything like if you did a show like that, people would just think that like people in bands are just a little too fragile, a little too because you'd have to create drama. You couldn't-
Yeah, well, see,
you'd have to have some turmoil.
That's another
Some-
thing about. I remember whenever that when Jeff Tweedy was talking about that "I'm Trying to Break Your Heart" movie, and he was like, "You can't film something or document something without in some way affecting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no really way you can get a true outsider perspective that does not affect what's actually happening. So like when we're in the van, if you're going to film that and put that on TV, it's obviously not going to be what happens in the van normally.
Yeah.
Because there's a camera in
Yeah.
there, right?
I don't think like you can ever like. I know a lot of people think or say that like, oh, you just forget the camera's there, but it's
no
like,
way.
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
you can't do that. It's not. It doesn't happen.
There's a dude with a fucking big ass camera
we're
right
not
there.
going to talk about this guy.
Yeah, you know, I'm assuming in a lot of the reality shows, there's a dude with a boom mic too.
Yeah, for sure.
You
There's
know?
some guy standing over your shoulder the whole time.
I don't know.
I just don't think I could do it. They asked my wife if she wanted to have a reality show for she owns her and her parents own a wedding venue in Georgetown. And so this show is like looking for independent run wedding venues, which, you know, this would probably be on like one of those HGTV type shows.
Yeah.
But the idea of like them coming in and like they're filming you 5 days a week or 4 days a week or whatever, but they're in every aspect of your life. Like they're in your house.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like it's already, you know, like hostile enough just like working with your own family.
Yeah.
Like if you put like three man crew there 5 days a week, you know, people would be killed.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like a miserable situation to be in.
Yeah. I think that's why I think like a TV route would be better.
Yeah.
Like, or I mean, like a drama
Drama.
would be better just because you're
filming
like,
something.
yeah,
God, but you got to write all that, man.
yeah.
Have you ever written a script before?
No, I'm not because I mean, like I've read scripts, and that's the reason why I've been like, no, this is like just so much fucking,
Yeah.
you know. I think what you have to do is like you have to write it like a short story, and then you have to go back and
Draft and
it.
draft and draft and draft.
Yeah.
So then you write like, okay, this is what it looks like outside, and then all
Yeah.
the screenplay stuff.
But I don't know.
You could hire you could just write the dialogue, and then you could hire a screenplay writer to come in and
Yeah. Or I guess
write that
what you would
stuff.
just do is like you would be head writer
right.
and just be like, these are my ideas.
Yes.
Now get them.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't make sense. And you have to just be the editor,
Yeah.
the
For sure.
reworker of
It takes a lot of people to
dialogue
make
and-
this TV show.
yeah.
With a reality show, you just got 3 people to show up in your yard and film you.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper. That's the reason reality shows are
Yeah.
just because it's so much cheaper to make.
But they're ruining the fabric of America.
Oh, I know. They very much are. So, anyways, though, want to go grab a beer?
Yeah, I'm out.
Let's go do that. Yeah, I know. I saw you there for a second.